the first root, or the first row, when you have root AB, look at the way I wrote it. It's not the same as. They are not the same. Because this root is only for what? A. And that's why you need to be careful when it comes to surds. Root AB, which means the root of A times B. Now, don't make a mistake again. Don't write it this way. It's wrong to write this way. It means this root is only for A. You have to extend it up to. So let's take a look at that. Now, this now implies this is this. Then this is equal to root A times root B. For instance, the root of 15 is actually root 3 times what? Root 5. Then another rule, when you have the root of A over B, it means you are having the root of A over the root of B. Please don't make this mistake. Don't say this equals this. It's the same thing. No, they are not the same thing. Because if you put it this way, it means the root is only for what? For A, is not with B. So you have to be careful with the way you are presenting your. So now you have this as this. There is a rule that says that the root of A plus or minus B remains the root of A plus or minus B. That is, it is never root A plus minus root B. No. Don't say that you split it just like the way we have been splitting. So you just split it and say root A plus root B or root A minus. No. Root A plus root B remains root A plus. That's it. And then we want to go to conjugate of surds. Conjugate of surds. So please copy this in time. So now we'll see conjugate of surds. So if I have here, if I have the root of 1/7/9. What's that? The root of 1/7/9. That's the mixed number. You have to change it to what? You change it to what? Improper fraction. In sort. 9 times 1, 9 plus 7, 16, right? So you have 16/9. Which implies what? The root of 16 over the root of 9, which is what? 4/3. And you can still say it is 1/1/3. Because 3 in 4 is 1, and it will remain 1, so you have 1/1/3. That's it. And let's see some conjugate fractions. And I have to be very fast. Right. Now, if you have A over root B, then it implies that you have A over root B times root B over root B. This root B has to form the fraction and then multiply it by the expression. What I mean is, if you have a change like C, then what's going to happen? It's going to be root C times root C. Can you see that? So let's stay at B. So you have B and you have B here. So what do you have now or next? A times root B gives A root B over root B times root B, of course, is what? Root B squared. And of which it is what? A root B over what? B. Because you have square and you have your square roots. This expression means a squared then times what? The power of half. So this cancels this in half. So likewise you have for b. Another rule. When you have a over root b plus 1, let me use, it means or implies that a over root b plus c times root b, then its sign changes to what? Minus over. This cancels this, you get 1. 1 times this, then is right, so it's reversible. Alright? So now you have this. So it means that if this is minus, what are you going to have? You have plus and plus. Do you understand? This is a rule. That if you have a over b plus c, then say a over root b plus c times root b minus c over root b minus c. So it means if this is plus, you say minus and you make that to multiply this. And if it is minus, you put plus. Now, let's carry on. So it means that this times this, you have a between brackets b minus c over this times this, that is root b plus c, then root b minus c. Okay? So you can choose to expand if you wish. That is a root b minus ac over root b times root b, that's root b squared, which is of course b. And this one is minus c root b. And this is plus times minus is minus. Then c times c is what? C squared. Okay? So that's how you end that. That's a rule. Let's copy that, please. I don't have much now on my side. I'm going to solve this just once. Okay? This is this. And this time this is minus c root b plus c root b plus times minus minus and c squared. Yes. And a root b minus ac over this cancels this. We have to square minus c squared. Yes. Thanks for that. So that when you are given something like this, that a, b, and c, you make sure that this is what you read on the other side and multiply it back. But the sign changes. Okay, so if it is minus, you have plus. If it is plus, you have what? Minus, and then you shoot. So this times this gives this, and this times this gives this. So opening the bracket, you have 2 times 2, 4, and 2 times root 3, that's plus 2 root 3, minus root 3 times plus 2, that is minus 2 root 3, plus times minus is minus, and root 3 times root 3, of course, is root 3 squared, which is 3. That's why you have this. And when you eliminate this out, you have 2 plus root 3 divided by what? 4 minus 3, which is 1. And this divided by 1 is this. So now you have this. And then you have this one.
5 or 2 times 3 times 5. Huh? For 15 times 5, none of them will give you perfect square root. So this one is totally out of it because none of them will give you perfect square root. You look for the one that will give you perfect square.
Which one is perfect? Is 5 square root of 5 is 30.
Like this 49 now. The way you did 49 times 3. 49 times 3 will give you 147. You see this 49? It has square root. Square root of 49 is 7. So I want the same thing. Like that. That at least at the end of the day, square root of 1 of the 2, okay, will have perfect square root. Do you know how you will be doing it? Take a calculator. Say 75 divided by all those numbers that you know have square root. You can first say 75 divided by 4. You know 4 has perfect square root. You can say 75 divided by 16. You can say 75 divided by 25. Look for the one that will not give you decimal after you have divided. Eh? Eh? 25 times 3. 25 has what? Square root. It has what? Square root. So that means this 15 times 5 will be what? 25 times 3. Divided by, you do the same thing for 48. For 48, what do you have? Eh? 4 times 12. 4 times 12. Look for another one.
16 times 3.
Yes, let's use 16 times 3. Do you know the reason why I don't want to use 4 times 12? 12 can also be 4 times 3. So that means you have to take 12 too. So it's better you do 16 times 3. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, you see this 49 times 3, you can split it. It will now be what? Square root of 9 multiplied by what? Square root of 3. This particular one is still the same thing as what? As this. Do you understand? Now minus this one too, you can split it to what? Square root of 25 times square root of what? 3. Divided by this one too, you can split it. It will be what? Square root of 16 multiplied by what? Square root of 3. Are we getting it? Okay. Now, what is the square root of 49? 7. 7 times square root of 3 to give us 7 square root of 3. Are we getting it? Minus, what is the square root of 25? 5. What will it be? 5 square root of 3 divided by, what is the square root of 16? 4. Do you know what? What times square root of 3 is what? 4 square root of 3. Are we getting it? 7 square root of 3 minus 5 square root of 3 will give you what? To give you what? To give you 2 square root of 3. By the time you do 7 minus 5, because both of them have square root of 3, they have the same square root. So by the time you do 7 minus 5, it will give you what? 2 square root of what? 3. Divided by what? 4 square root of what? 3. Are you getting it now? Are you getting it now? Now square root of 3 you cancel square root of 3. Okay? At the end of the day you have 2 divided by 4. No, 2 divided by 4 it will give you 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 is now the what? Is now the answer. So what's the answer here? Is A or B or C or D? A? B.